Adonai, you are my God. I exalt you, I praise your name, for you have accomplished marvels, fulfilled ancient plans faithfully and truly. For you have made a city a heap of stones, turned a fortified city into rubble, made the foreigner's fortress a city that will never be rebuilt. Therefore, mighty peoples glorify you. The city of ruthless nations fears you. For you have been a refuge for the poor, a refuge for the needy in distress, shelter from the storm, shade from the heat, and the blast from the ruthless was like a storm that could destroy a wall. Like desert heat, you subdue the foreigner's uproar. Like heat subdued by a cloud's shadow, the song of the ruthless dies away. On this mountain, Adonai Svaot will make for all peoples a feast of rich food and superb wines, delicious, rich food and superb, elegant wines. On this mountain he will destroy the veil which covers the face of all the peoples, the veil enshrouding all the nations. He will swallow up death forever. Adonai Elohim will wipe away the tears from every face. He will remove from all the earth the disgrace his people suffer, for Adonai has spoken. On that day they will say, "See, this is our God. We waited for him to save us. This is Adonai. We put our hope in him. We are full of joy. So glad he saved us. Here on this mountain, the hand of Adonai will rest." But Moab will be trampled down where they are, like straw trampled into a pile of manure. They will spread out their hands in Moab, like a swimmer using his hands to tread water. But their pride will be humbled and sunk, no matter how clever the strokes of their hands. Your high fortified walls he will level, strike to the ground, lay in the dust. On that day this song will be sung in the land of Yehuda. We have a strong city. He has built walls and ramparts for our safety. Open the gates, let the righteous nation enter, a nation that keeps faith, a people whose desire rests on you. You preserve in perfect peace, because he trusts in you. Trust in Adonai forever, because in Yah, Adonai is a rock of ages. For he has humbled those in high places, leveling the lofty city, leveling it to the ground, laying it to the dust. It is trampled underfoot by feet of the poor, by the footsteps of the needy. The right of the righteous is level. Righteous one, you smooth the path of the righteous. Following the way of your judgments, we put our hope in you. The desire of all our soul is to remember you and your name. My soul desires you at night. My spirit is in me, seeks you at dawn. For when your judgments are here on earth, the people in the whole world learn what righteousness is. Even if pity is shown to the wicked, he still doesn't learn what righteousness is. In the land of uprightness, he will still act wrongly and fail to see the majesty of Adonai. Adonai, you raised your hand, but they still didn't see. Yet with shame they will see your zeal for the people. Yes, fire will destroy your enemies. Adonai will grant us peace. Because all we have done, you have done for us. Adonai our God, other lords besides you have ruled us, but only you we invoke by name. The dead will not live again, the ghosts will not rise again, for you punished and destroyed them, wiped out all memory of them. You enlarged the nation, Adonai, you enlarged the nation, and thus you glorified yourself. You exalted all the frontiers of the country, Adonai. When they were troubled, they sought you. When you chastened them, they poured out a silent prayer. As a pregnant woman about to give birth cries out and withers in her labor pains, so we have been at your presence, Adonai. We have been pregnant and been in pain, but we, as it were, have given birth to wind. We have not brought salvation to the land, and those inhabiting the world have not come to life. Your dead will live, my corpse will rise. Awake and sing, you who dwell in the dust. For your dew is like the morning dew, and the earth will bring the ghost to life. Come, my people, enter your rooms and shut your doors behind you. Hide yourselves for a little while until the wrath is past. For see, Adonai emerges from his place to punish those on earth from their sin. Then the earth will reveal the bloodshed on it and no longer conceal its slain. On that day, Adonai, with his great, strong, relentless sword, will punish Leviathan, the fleeing serpent, the twisting serpent Leviathan. He will slay the sea monster. On that day, a pleasant vineyard sing about it. I, Adonai, guard it. Moment by moment, I water it, so that no harm will come to it. I guard it night and day. I have no anger in me, and if it gives me briars and thorns, then, as in war, I will trample it down and burn it up at once, unless it takes hold of my strength in order to make peace with me. Yes, make peace with me. The time is coming when Yaakov will take root, Israel will bud and flower, and fill the whole world with the harvest. Adonai will not strike Israel, as he did others who struck Israel. He will not kill them, as he did others. Your controversy with her is fully resolved by sending her into exile. He removes her with a rough gust of wind on a day when it's blowing from the east. So the iniquity of Yaakov is atoned for by this, and removing his sin produces this result. He chops up all the altar stones like chalk. Sacred poles and sun pillars stand no more, for the fortified city is alone, abandoned and deserted like the desert. Calves graze and lie down there, stripping its branches bare. When its harvest dries up, it is broken off. Women come and set it on fire. For this is a people without understanding. Therefore he who made them will not pity them. He who formed them will not show mercy. On that day Adonai will beat out the grain between the Euphrates River and the valley of Egypt, and you will be gathered one by one, people of Israel. On that day a great shofar will sound. Those lost in the land of Ashur will come. Also those scattered through the land of Egypt, they will worship Adonai on the holy mountain of Jerusalem.